Hi, everyone. I'm ALICIA REECE, candidate for Hamilton County Commissioner. First, let me say that I want to say that I have everyone in my prayers, and I pray that you and your family are doing well in these very tough times. I wanted to make this video because I've been getting a lot of calls. A lot of folks have been hitting me up on social media asking me how can they vote and participate in the primary election. As you know, in Hamilton County and in the state of Ohio, the primary election that was scheduled for March 17th was postponed, and the General Assembly voted to extend voting until April 28th. But in order to do that, people want to know how can they vote because many people have not voted by mail, and that's the only way that you'll be able to vote from this point until April 28th. For those of you who voted early, don't worry, your votes will be counted. You don't have to worry about this. But for those who wanted to vote on election day and were not able to vote, I wanted to make this video with 3 steps to hopefully clarify and hopefully make it a little bit easier so no one is disenfranchised in this process. Now, this is not the process that is ideal and not the process that I would have chosen as the only process, but this is what is the process, and the clock is ticking. So I hope this video will help you in some way answer some of your questions. If we don't answer your question, you feel free to contact our headquarters, our voter hotline at 513-861-6033, and we'll put that number up a little bit later in the video. So let's get started. First of all, in order for you to vote, you have to first request a ballot. So you have to fill out a form, and I'll get this up here. You'll have to request a form that it's called the ballot request form for you to request a ballot. Now, how do you do that? Well, 2 ways. One, you can call the Hamilton County Board of Elections, which we have the number right up here, 513-632-7000. You can call them, ask them for the request form. They will mail the request form to you. Or you can go online, and we'll put a link up in a second. You can go online and you can, if you have a computer with a printer at home, you can download the request form. And you can download that at our Hamilton County Board of Elections, whose website is Vote Hamilton County, Ohio. VoteHamiltonCountyOhio.gov. So I'll put that up on here now. VoteHamiltonCounty.gov. You can go to that website. It'll say if you'd like to request a absentee ballot, hit that link. You can download it, and you will get a ballot. And let me show you what that. You will get a request form for a ballot. Let me clarify. You'll get a request form. You must fill out the request form first. So let me show you what the request form looks like, if I can bring it up on the screen here. So that's what it looks like on the screen. Let me hide this, make it a little easier for you to see. And then I've downloaded one. I'll bring it up a little closer to you. So I downloaded one. You'll have to fill it out. It's just, one page. One thing I want to bring your attention to is the area that says you must choose one ballot, and the type of ballot that you want if you want to vote for me. And I certainly hope you do, because I would love to have your vote as your next county commissioner. But I am on the Democratic ballot. So you would hit Democrat. You'll put a little check or an X right there. And then I want to also bring your attention to, you must sign it. Signature. It has to be a signature because they're going to match the signature. Has to be the signature, and then the date. You put the date that you sign it, not the date of the election, the date that you sign. And that will complete it. However, I want to also bring your attention to I also want to bring your attention to an important date as it relates to your request form. The request form must, must, must be returned by April 25th at noon. Now, why noon? I don't know. I don't make the rules. It has to be returned by then. So I am asking folks to go ahead and get it done now. Let's do it ASAP. Fill it out. The only other step I would say is get your phone out. And I know my phone has, gotten beat up because I've dropped it and everything, but it still works. Get your phone, put it on camera, take a photo of your completed request form for your own records. I think that's very, very important. So April 25th is the date where the request form must be in. Must be in. Now, they're not providing any postage for the request form. You can put it in the mail, but it has to arrive at the Board of Elections by April 25th, which is my birthday, by noon. So April 25th is a very important date. You can mail it in to the Hamilton County Board of Elections, and I'll put that number, I'll put that address up in a minute, so you'll have that. Or you could put it in their 24-hour drop box. So on your way to, on your way to Kroger's, on your way to get some gas, you could stop by and you could put it in their 24-hour drop box. And for those of you who don't know what that looks like, here it is. You could put it in the 24-hour drop box on your way of getting some toilet paper, some eggs, or some meat, or getting some gas. You could stop there and you could drop this in the 24-hour drop box, or you can mail it. Once they receive your request form, then the Hamilton County Board of Elections will then send you an official ballot. You can finally vote, and they will send it to you by mail. You get it out the mailbox, fill it out. Please remember the backside of the ballot. That's where I am, the county commissioners. So please don't forget me on the backside, left-hand corner. But in addition to that, when you get done, the envelope will have some instructions. You put it back in the return envelope, and guess what? You don't have to pay for postage. However, important date, put this in here, it must be at the Board of Elections by April 28th. That's why we don't want to wait to the last minute. Must be there by the 28th. So when you get your official ballot, you don't have to worry about postage. They're going to pay for the postage, but it needs to be at the Hamilton County Board of Elections by April 28th. Now, don't forget, if you happen to be out getting gas or going to the grocery store, you can drop that also in the 24-hour drop box. You could drop it in the 24-hour drop box. You just pull up, put it in the drop box, and keep going. Don't have to worry about going inside. You can't go inside anyway. If you have a disability, I encourage you to call the Hamilton County Board of Elections, because they will make arrangements so that you will be able to vote. So those are the 3 steps. Step number 1, we must obtain what? The request form. How do we obtain it? By calling the Board of Elections, or or we could obtain it by going to votehamiltoncounty.ohio.gov and downloading it, printing it out, filling it out. We can mail it back, or we could drop it in the 24-hour drop box. However, it must be there by April 25th. We then will get an official ballot in the mail. We must fill out that official ballot. Don't forget the backside. ALICIA REECE at the bottom left-hand corner for County Commissioner. Got to put that plug in. But Also, it has to be in by April 28th. And you can do that by dropping it off at the 24-hour drop box, or you can mail it to the Hamilton County Board of Election. And I'll put that address up as well, so you'll have that address in case you do want to put your information in the mail. It's 4700 Smith Road, Norwood, Ohio, 45212. I'll put that up so you'll have that. That's the address that you'll have to mail it to if you don't go to the drop box. And those are the 3 steps to make sure that you will be able to have your vote, your voice heard in this primary election. And that's very, very important. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact the Board of Elections or our team. I'll let that scroll under there. Please contact these phone numbers. I'll let that scroll for you. And we've got our voter hotline, 861-6033. And I hope that this video has been helpful to you to make it have more clarity. I'm not going to say make it easier, because I know you've got to do a couple steps in order for your vote to be counted. And I know for many people it's their first time. I've never voted by mail either. So this is your first time doing it. I hope this is making it a little bit easier. Certainly, I am a champion of the 24-hour drop box because I know it gets right there. It's right at the Board of Elections. So if you can get to the drop box, I would encourage that. And again, I hope this has been helpful to you. Feel free to give us a call if you need us. I'll put it up one more time so you'll have it. These are some critical phone numbers, and give us a call if you need help. And again, I want to thank you for your support. And please remember Alicia Reece. I'm on your ballot. I'd love to be your next county commissioner. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you very soon.